Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to this Tactics and Showcase video. We're going to take a look at the humble Eldar Guardians or Guardian Defenders, and we'll see what can be done with this unit. Got a short range weapon, they're not very tough, they don't have very good armour. Is there anything you can do to enhance Eldar Guardians? That's what we'll be taking a look at in this video. As per usual, we'll bring the models in, we'll zoom in, take a closer look, and then we'll get stuck into the rules for them as well. So I have 30 Guardians and weapons and 3 weapons platforms. I'm currently running, just the points that I have in my new Eldar list, a unit of 20 of them. So I'll just line these all up. And they look quite impressive when they're in massed ranks. I think they look quite cool. It's on weapons platform. And there's a sort of a tactical reason for using weapons platforms as well. But we'll add these in. We'll be a squad leader. So I'll put them in like so. And I'll zoom into the models as well for you in just a moment, but I'll put them out. I'm a big fan of the models. I think they look great. I love the really happy with the colour scheme that I've got here, and I love the blades, the bits here at the back, and the white helmets, the armour. I love the Eldar aspect armour. It's fantastic. So really happy with how these have turned out. So you can go for units of 30 of these, maximum size, but I've gone for 20, which is still a pretty good sized unit like so. They look great in their larger scale units. So just zooming in so you can take a closer look. Like so, one of the regular Guardians. There's a squad leader. Just marked up with a bare head. The crew for the weapons platform. I still think, I mean, this sculpt is, well, years old, but it's still really good. And there's the weapons platform here. Scatter laser here. So there's some cheap heavy weapons that you can take. I think it's for every 10 models in the unit you can take a heavy weapons platform. So I could take another one of these in the same unit. Or a unit 30 could have 3 weapons platforms, I think, so you could turn it into a bit of heavy support available from these. Downside is when you move with heavy weapons, it is -1 to hit rolls, which is a bit annoying when you're moving heavy weapons around the board. So if you like the look of these Eldar Guardians, I have a painting tutorial already here on YouTube. So Eldar painting tutorial, I'll show you how to paint one of the Wraith Guard units up, but it's painted up in this exact colour scheme here, this turquoise, white and black colour scheme. So check out that paint tutorial and I'll show you from start to finish how to achieve the exact results that you see here, and you can just apply it to the Guardians. I cover basing in that, so that grey basing that you've seen. The turquoise colour, which I can confirm, it's Sotec green, so however it looks on the camera at the moment, that is the colour that I use for all of my turquoise units. It's Sotec green is the colour. Show you how to do highlighting, washes, and all of that. The gems is covered in that video, and that'll give you an idea. I really like this colour scheme. Nice sort of alien, distant world sort of colour scheme for the Eldar, because they're, you know, way out there in the galaxy and so on. Didn't want to use sort of human style colours, but more very alien sort of colours. That turquoise I thought was quite nice. It's a spin-off really from the Yggdrasil colour scheme that's found in the Eldar lore for one of their craft worlds. So just adapted that here for my own unique colour scheme. But there they are. So we'll talk about the downside of Eldar Guardians first of all, and then try and see how they can be enhanced. So the first thing is they are a troop's choice. So that means you can be holding objectives with them. You can go for Storm Guardians, you just get an extra attack by taking the Eldari Blade. Oh no, you don't. You don't get extra attacks. That's the Eldari Blade. Now you can get reroll failed hit rolls for this weapon, or the chainsword. Yeah, you can get an extra attack, but I don't know how effective they will be. So downside with these, leadership can be a problem. You're taking large units, you start taking heavy casualties. Leadership of only 7. That's the downside. The other downside is toughness 3. They're not very tough. Their armor saves 5+, so they can be killed very, very quickly just as they come. So that's a downside. The other downside is the Shuriken Catapult. It's range 12, which is disastrous for range. Not very good at all. Especially these aren't particularly great in close combat, and so you don't get much of a chance to pick off targets from range. By the time you've got an enemy unit bearing down at you and they're already within 12 inches, there's trouble. So there's that. You do get 2 shots of it though. It is strength 4 and it's AP -3 if you go a 6+ to wound. So it's damaging enough, but the range is an issue with these. So how do you compensate for all of this? This is what the point of this video is, just to show you how you can try and get the best out of Guardians. So first things, the stratagems Games Workshop have given you to get the best out of these. So yeah, we'll cover Craftworlds in just a moment. The first thing you can go for, and it's very popular, is what's called the Guardian Bomb. That's to use the webway strike. So for 1 command point you could put an infantry unit or an Assyriani bike unit from your army in the webway or in reserve. So instead of them on the table trying to maneuver around into position, trying to get within range 12 to shoot and then being shot at in the process and models being destroyed, just put them in reserve. Then they can deep strike down at full strength. They're range 12, but you're deep striking just over 9 inches away from the opponent. So it should mean you can deep strike in and then position them in a way where all the models get to shoot. No one's interrupting them. They haven't had to move around the table, and it's a surprise attack. So that's a powerful way to use Guardians. That means they get a chance to fire everything they have and then just accept the consequences after that. So that they're being delivered at full strength. So there's that. The ability to ambush with them is a very, very powerful opportunity with those. The next is trying to deal with the morale issue. The best way I've found with them is to land them, either to land them and just forget about them. So the bomb lands, the bomb goes off, and then that's it. You just they're gone. You know, not to expect too much from them. The opponent then deals with them, and they collapse of morale. They're wiped out in close combat, but at least they've landed and done their job. So you can play them that way. But sometimes I'll try and land them near my avatar, the Avatar of Cain, and he grants units within 12 inches auto pass morale. Now 12-inch bubble, you know, 12 inches from there to there, but also that way it's a big range, and so you can land these, you know, even just one model, just tap him within 12 inches. It's auto pass morale, and for a large unit like that, that is excellent. So you're not going to worry about morale whilst the avatar's nearby. So I try and play that combo. It saves you sacrificing precious command points, you know, 2 command points for auto pass morale, but you spend that on Guardians, so maybe not such a good idea. One way to play that, I'm thinking defensively, take big units of 30 of them, add in your, yeah, for every 10 you can take a heavy weapons platform. Put your 3 heavy weapons platforms in there, and you've got a bit of an infantry tank almost that's bearing 3 platforms in it, letting off those shots, auto passing around. It's a lot of work for your opponent to try and chew through all of those infantry models, and you're firing with heavy guns, and then you're auto passing morale with the avatar nearby, and the avatar can then protect and watch over them, guarding them against enemy units moving in. So that's an idea. You could play them defensively, or you can go for the ambush option with the webway strike. Then you can keep an Autarch nearby, grant you reroll 1s for their shooting. can help. You can use a Farseer, giving them guide to reroll failed hit rolls. And then Doom's very useful. Maybe illustrate that in just a moment. Doom's very useful getting the reroll wounds as well with their shuriken firepower. Then on top of that, they can be quick enough. You know, you've got a 7-inch move. You can advance them and still shoot at normal ballistic skills. So that's pretty good. With -1 for the heavy weapons, the ones that are heavy. But here, for these, there's no minus to the hit rolls. Now 3+ to hit, so it's pretty good. And what you can do when they're on foot to catch the opponent out is play matchless agility. So it's a guaranteed 6-inch move. So if you add that together, that's a 13-inch move that is very quick, and then a 12-inch range of firepower, firing at 2 shots. You can move swift enough with those on foot as well. Then I take mine, here's another way that I enhance them. I take mine in my Ulf-weight attachment. That gives them a 6+ feel no pain. So very useful on a large unit. If you take 10 casualties, you roll 2 or 3 6s, the models stay on the board. That can help. And then, because they're Ulf-weight, you can play this one, Discipline of the Black Guardians, which is 1 command point. It's an Ulf-weight stratagem. Use the stratagem at the start of the shooting or fight phase. Pick an Ulf-weight Guardian unit from your army, add 1 to the hit rolls for that unit. So when they land, you can be on 2s to hit. And you get an Ultark nearby, it's 2s to hit rerolling 1s. That's very, very effective, especially with loads of shots. And then the other one is Celestial Shield. Use the stratagem, 1 command point, use the stratagem in the enemy shooting phase when a friendly Guardian unit, you don't have to be all-way for this one, it'll be any Guardian unit is chosen as the target of an attack. They get a 4+ invuln save for the rest of the shooting phase. So if you really want to protect them, it's only 1 command point, 4+ invuln save. And as one Eldar player told me, you can then, if you really want to protect them, you can give them protect from a warlock nearby, +1 to their saving throws. So that invuln save becomes a 3+ invuln save, which is ridiculous on Guardians, but that's another little thing that you can do to enhance them. But I think they're at their most dangerous if you can bring them in an ambush. I've got a unit of 20, which can be dangerous enough. Unit of 30, that's 60 shots. Or if you've got heavy weapons platforms in there, then there's that firepower as well. The other reason for taking heavy weapons platforms is the heavy weapons platform is toughness 3, but it is a 3+ armor save. So stick them in cover. You've got a model in there that's carrying a 2+ armor save, and you can select that to take the wounds first, and it can tank hits, protecting the rest of the Guardians. So there's another way to enhance and protect them as well. That's the whole point of these videos, is just to try and pick out all the little ways that you can improve these units and turn a unit that seems on the face of it quite weak and not much use. There's actually ways that you can use it quite effectively. Check out the comment section, see what other Eldar players are saying, ways of using Guardians, and if you're experienced of using Guardians and you're a fan of using them, then share your tactica in the comment section below. We're trying to illustrate now just to show you how this Guardian unit can operate. So that is my unit of 20. It looks quite impressive. We'll say we're fighting against Space Wolves and they land, deep strike them in. They're supporting an Eldar attack, and we bring them in so they are just over 9 inches away. So Space Wolves are aggressively moving in. Here they are, and then there's a point on the table where I need to deal with this unit. I don't have the resources. I deep strike these guys in. I position them so that all the models are within 12 inches. Like so. Like that. And then we're going to let off a volley into these Space Wolves here to see what kind of damage we can do. So 20 models. It's going to be 40 shots with these. We'll fire them bare bones just to see what they can do, and then maybe we'll illustrate a few of the enhancements that are possible. So I'll do 20 shots here. So I'm looking for 3s. So a few misses. I'll fire the heavy weapons platform with a scatter laser. So it'll be 38 shots in total. Looking for wounds. Yeah, that's that shuriken ability. Got on 6s, and that's foul. They've just hacked down 5 of these. That's pretty good. And another one fouled. Good shooting. And then we'll go for 18. Might be able to finish these wolves off. You can scare the opponent when you roll a nice lot of 6s to wound. There's one. Not so good, but should be trouble here. 6+ to save that one. No. And then 3+ to save those. No and no. Alright, almost wiped out the squad. So, yeah, 20 Guardians with no help. They've almost wiped out that squad. Just there. That's pretty good, actually. That's maybe a bit better than usual. That's Marines. If this was Primaris, unit of 10, you don't have half the squad destroyed, and then they would find themselves in trouble. Let's say, you bring them in at the right point in the game, and you want it to be a quality ambush. So let's say Eldrad's there. He's going to grant Doom against this target, and then I'll play Discipline of the Black Guardians. So we're going to go +1 on the hit rolls. Stratagem being played. I want to try and max these out. And we'll say there's an Ultark nearby, which is your best combo we've got going here. So that makes some 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s, and Doom. We should be able to shred this target quite effectively. Let's see if there's an overflow of wounds. Or maybe you land, and you can even split and fire at 2 targets if you really want to spread the damage around. But so you've got to Doom those, only going to be against 1 target. But we'll max out on these, see what we can do. So I'm going to, because of the, well, no, we'll fire that. So we'll go for 20. That's all that. So 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So they've all hit. Then we'll do the others. 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So only 1 shot has missed. So 37 hits have come through. It just sort of guarantees the damage. It guarantees the hits. At least. Force to wound. Doom is a devastating power for the Eldar. That's your regular damage coming through, which is okay. But then Doom coming in. So 20 shots are rolled up so far. That's the hits, and then that's the wounds, and that's the wounds after Doom. So we've got the other 17 to do in just a moment, but we'll do those 4 needing 6s, so save 1, but 3 brought down. And these 3 up armor save. Past all of them except 1. It's good rolling there for the space horse. So there's 4 slain so far. 5, 10, 15, 17. 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s. 16 hits come through. And then we're looking for 4s to wound. And then Doom to help out, which it certainly has had those on. So then we've got 7 6s come through, save 2, but 5 more brought down. Not the best of rolls so far, and then another 3 failed. So that's a wipeout on the squad and 2 spare models. So what you've done is you've taken that's sort of an average, perhaps below average roll. You could have done a whole lot better there, and the Space Wolves did pass a lot. They did roll a load of 6s there with that shuriken damage coming through. But squad decimated, destroyed and wiped out. You haven't ended up paying more points on these. You just used a stratagem, an Ultark nearby, and then made use of the Farseer as well. So combining that all together has just made a much more efficient job with the firepower. It's for the same points cost, not paid any extra making these better. Instead it's just been a case of enhancing these. But if these are walking up the table, they can get caught out in close combat, shot to pieces. They're slow, the opponent knows where they are, so you can predict where they're going to go to stay away from them or to counter them or whatever. But when you can deep strike them in, you can ambush and fire at your full effect usually with them. So it just gives you an idea of how you can use Guardians. So don't write them off. On the face of it, as I always well, I used to think perhaps Guardians, no, I'll leave those out, they're not that great. But then Eldar players were saying, well, no, you can use stratagems and there's different ways of enhancing them to get the most out of them. So that's what these videos are for, just to give you a tactical insight of how to make use of the different units that are available. And you maybe really like Guardians, but you haven't used them yet because you don't think they're that great. Well, maybe try them out with some of the combinations suggested in this video. Check out the comments below for Tactica from other players. Keep a lookout for more Tactica videos for the different factions. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.